So welcome back into Wakey Academy, and we're continuing in the series then where we're building our SO11 team then. It's an under 23 Euro Championship side. I'm taking one player from each of them top 5 leagues to try and make a team up, an SO11 team out of them, and see what it looks like, see how good it is, and to see which countries come out on top. So if I pick like Italy for the left back and right back, and then I pick Spain for a central defender, we'll just add up all the positions to see which country actually gets the most players within that 11 and see how good the squad looks as well. But today we're on to wingers then, or attacking midfielders who play slightly left, slightly right. They might play in the centre sometimes as well, but basically it's for wingers to try and add to our team that we already have, which you can see on the other videos in the series, which I'll link below as well. Also, you'll see on my gallery up there where my details are. I've gotten rid of the Discord, I've gotten rid of the Twitter as well, as I'm taking a bit of a back seat on them at the moment. And I'm not sure whether I'll continue the YouTube videos after this series, so I'll get to the end of the series, so we'll pick a striker and we'll pick a goalkeeper after this as well, and then we'll see if it's worth carrying on, to be honest. So let's get straight into it though, and let's have a look at the wingers that we've got. So the first ones we're going to look at then is representing Spain, and it's Brahim Diaz. He plays sort of more of an attacking midfield role behind the striker, but he does sometimes play out on the right when he was at Milan. Don't know if he's ever played on the left, but we're looking at them. We're doing left and right wingers now. We're just doing wingers in general from each country. So we'll pick the first 2 that come out. Whoever finishes first and second will be on each wing. Whether it be 2 right wingers, it doesn't matter. We'll just put one on the left and one on the right. One can be an inverted winger, one can be a winger. So the first one is Brahim Diaz, and central attacking midfielder. Just moved to Real Madrid, so there's no news on him, no transfer news, because he's only just moved. And his price on was £11.25. And £11.25 for his floor price as well. You can get his rare for about £100. I think he could have a really good season, but he's got Rodrigo to try and contend with as well. Whether one of them moves over, I'm not sure what they're going to do at Madrid yet. But he should have a decent season, I think. He's just the right type of player for them. We're starting to play really well for Milan, which is why I've picked him now. I picked him as an outstanding one to have a good season for them. I had to pause the video there for a second to go and do something. So, can't remember where I was up to, but his price now is only £11.25 for his limited. Has come down quite a lot from when it first started, as has everybody, as we know. I keep saying this all the time. But let's have a look at his scores. And I think recently he's had some decent scores then when he was playing at Milan. And I've put it on all, so we can see all of them here. And we'll see he's had some good greens there, but look at all these yellows where he wasn't getting a game or only half a game. But he has hit 174 just recently. 60s and 80s there. And yeah, look at this. We've got 2 assists and a goal as well. So he has started to play pretty decent. Have a look at his Wikipedia. And you'll see here then, Brahim Diaz, born in 1999, 23, born in Malaga, Spain. He's 5'7". He's only 5'7". I knew he was small, but that's pretty tiny, isn't it? And he does call him a winger as well. He has played out on the right wing, as I say. Now with Real Madrid, but he started at Malaga and Man City. I remember him being at City and going on loan a few times. Or he's mentioned that he was going on loan. But he's only played 5 times for Man City there. Played 15 times for Real Madrid. Went on loan to AC Milan. Played 91 games for AC Milan with 13 goals. Played for the under-17s, 19s, 21s, and Spain's had 1 cap for Spain, according to this. But look at the national team caps here. Correct as of the 8th of June 2021. So he might have had a few more since then. That's well out of date, isn't it? But not too much on him there. And you'll see as we move on to Sofa score as well, and not loads on him here. You'll see he's 23, 170 in height, shirt number 21, worth 21 million. Don't know how much he moved for, it might say further down here. But his strengths are his passing. He's got him down as attacking midfielder. Yeah, we'll have a look at his price after. But total played then 33 games this season. You see his season heat map there, mostly on the right, a couple of corners as well. But played 33, started 27, that's more than I thought he started. But only 59 minutes per game. 4 team of the weeks as well, and 6 goals. And we'll see here 7 assists as well, so not bad, that's pretty decent then. 6 goals, 7 assists, and 27 starts. Not too bad. But that is, let's go back to this, that is our first winger then, and it's coming from Real Madrid, representing Spain, and it's Brahim Diaz. And so we're moving to France for our next winger, and we are looking at Bradley Bakula of Olympique Lyon, who plays in the French league. A really good player this year, really burst into the scene this season. And I had quite a few candidates for this, especially like Brian Cherky, Doku. There's a couple that were sort of sprinting around, but Bakula, I think, is the one that's really caught my eye this season. And he is expensive then, £55 there, 56 for his floor price. But look at his last 5, 62, 64 for the last 15. So, as I say, expensive, but he's going to have such a good season this year, I think. Mostly depends where he stays. You'll see on his price here, that £55, it's like nearly 500 for his rare. But the price came down, but then as he hit that form again, it's going back up and slightly going up again now. You see him £63-ish. I think still a good price for the player that you're going to get. Really dynamic, really fast, burst of speed, really runs at people. When I have a look at all his scores here, because you'll see he was getting substitute games. Well, he was getting DMPs and then substitute games, sitting on the bench a lot. But then bang, broke in. Look at them scores he was getting, 60, 70, even a 93 up there. A couple of goals and a few assists scattered around as well. 3 assists in that game against Montpellier. But he only got a 90, so he's got to get that his all-round score up. Started to get better, 23 and 15, but I think a really good player for this season then. Looking on his Wikipedia, you'll see here he was born in Valbuena in France. He's 6 foot, number 26 his shirt. With Lyon, started Lyon B team, their senior career was Lyon B, played 22 times for them with 5 goals, and then went to Lyon 37 times, 5 goals a game. He's also played for the under-20s in France and the under-21s for France. Also played in the tournament that's just finished and the under-21s for France. So looked quite good again in certain games. But you know, when he's got Cherky to contend with as well, it's really hard to get into that side, I would have thought. Now looking at transfer news then, I'm sure there's something about him going. Now, Man City have been looking at him as a replacement for Mahrez, and yeah, it's in here as well. And PSG also looking at Barkley. I can't see him going to PSG, or I hope not anyway. Would he get in their team? Would he get in Man City's team? I'm not 100% sure, but really, really good player for this season, I think, with a lot of potential. He just needs to live that out. So looking at his SOFA scores, I'll change this as well to League One so you can see it. But he's got here 20 years old, 186 for his height, right-footed forward, 17.5 million for his value. No outstanding strengths according to this, but he's really, really quick, like I say, burst of speed. He's like a little ball of energy. And then you see him here, he has played on the left before, but mostly plays on the right. 26 games, only 15 started this season with 56 minutes, so he should get more than that, I think, depending if he stays here or not. 1 team of the week, 5 goals there, and 8 assists with an expected assist of only 4.23, so well above his expected assists. Nothing more to really look at on that. But I think a real good player, really stands out, could be really good for France, or the French, how do you put it, the French candidate for this team. And he's going to be running it quite close, I think, on one of the wings. He's got to finish in the top 2, remember, to get into our team. But that's Bradley Bakula from Lyon in the French League, representing France. And we move on to Germany then, and we're up now looking at Giovanni Reyna, who's an American then. He's been at Dortmund for quite a long time, and he's in the Bundesliga, obviously. Now, his last 5, he's only got a 39 score, but he's played in 100% of them, so I'm not quite finding form at the moment. He's only on 40 for his last 15, but this guy, injury prone to hell. Oh, he's out, and look, he's even out injured now. Until September, is it? So, sorry, August. So he's even out now. So he's been out for a long, long time. He was supposed to be like this wonder kid who was going to come through. Played for Dortmund, looked really good when he did play, but not quite making it just yet. And look at his price, only £12 at the moment. So if he does ever kick on and become this player that he should be, we're laughing. I mean, I paid £38 from there, and then up here he used to be at like £300 to £400 almost for his card. As I say, he's now only £12, so I think it's a bit of a bargain, to be honest. Looking at his scores, not brilliant, as I said. We have got a forward card, and I think we've also got midfield cards. So midfield could be better, because that's where he normally plays on. We'll have a look at his overall scores then, since he's been on the platform. And we'll see here a lot of greens up here. This is where he was starting to make a name for himself, but then injured again, out. Got back in, injured, back in, injured, back in, injured. But he is capable of hitting a few high scores, so this is why I've looked at him now. I think he'll do really well if he can stay fit and stays at Dortmund. Looking at his Wikipedia then, see here Giovanni Alejandro Reyna, 20 years old still. He's been around for so long, I didn't realise he was only 20 still. He's 6'1", so quite tall as well. Attacking midfielder come winger. I have seen Reyna play at left back a couple of times as well. But he's number 7 for Dortmund. Started his youth career at New York and then moved to Dortmund. 79 games now in his senior career for them, 13 goals. International career, played at under 15s all the way up to the national side and has played 20 games there with 4 goals. But due to all his injuries, he's been held back quite a lot. What's on here? There's anything on here about a move? I can't see it because he hasn't played at all, so I can't see anyone wanting him that much. Currently linked with a loan move, but I don't think anyone's that interested. Makes perfect sense for Newcastle. Can't see him going there now. They bought their players up. Just nothing really on him. I'm going to have a look here at his SOFA score. We're in the Bundesliga. 20-year-old, 185 for his height, right-footed, 27 million he's worth without playing that much. He's got him there as a right winger, but he's more of a left winger from what I've seen. And yeah, I mean, he's sort of scattered all over, and he's not playing that many games, to be honest. Only started 4 games, 28 minutes per game, so he's not going to show too much in that time. 7 goals though, that's interesting. So he's played 22 and he's hit 7 goals, only started 4 of them. That's not bad. And 2 assists. But I think he's got real eye. He could be like a bit of a playmaker for them. I don't see him out on the wing more. I see him sort of a left midfield, come centre midfield on the left, sort of left centre. That's where he seems to play really well. And I don't know who Dortmund have bought at the moment or who they are buying in to come into them certain positions. So we'll see how he gets on there. But that is my my candidate for Germany then. It's Giovanni Reyna, who plays for Borussia Dortmund in the Bundesliga. So on to England next, and we're looking at Anthony for Manchester United. Sort of a decent-ish season. Man United fans don't like him, I don't think, or a lot of them don't. They seem to be having a real gripe about him. But I think he's still shown flashes of the skill, like Ronaldo did when he first got there. But he needs an end product then, if anything. He can run down the wing, take 15 players on, but if the ball doesn't get into the middle, then you may as well not take anyone on. But he's at Man United, he's representing England. He's £27 to £30 for his limited card. 235 to 240 for his rare. Now, we'll have a look at his overall prices and how they've come down, or gone up, depending. And of course it's gone down. He was up at like £900 for a limited. That's a lot of money. Then he went down a little bit, went back up, and boom, and then it crashed again. So right down at only 27 to 30 quid. That's pretty decent, I think, for Anthony. I think first season he was a little bit, not shy so much, but didn't have the confidence to really shine for United. Showed glimpses of it, but I think in his second season, where he's settled in a little bit more, I think, given the chance, he will perform for them definitely. I'll have a look at his overall scores because, of course, we've got the Ajax ones on first, and you'll see that he was just outstanding, wasn't he, playing for them? But obviously, he's moved up a little bit now to Man United into the Premier League, so a bit harder for him, but he's still getting some decent scores in there. I think a little bit unnecessary to be slagging him off so much at the moment when I think he could be an excellent player for them. Plays on the right wing normally, has played striker role there, but normally a right winger. Depending, of course, who they bring in or do they stick with him. I can't see him moving on. But 100 games, 29 goals, 21 assists, but that was mostly with Ajax, I'm guessing. We'll have a look down at his career as we go along now. But he was born Antonio Mateus dos Santos in 2000, February 2000. Place of birth was Osaka in Brazil. He's only 5'9". He is a winger. Started at Sao Paulo. Went on to play for Ajax and 57 games, 18 goals. And then Man United, 25 games with 4 goals. Played for the Under-23s and the Brazilian national side. So he can't be that bad, can he? He's playing for the Brazilian national side. What they've got, they're not as strong as they used to be, but they're still decent, aren't they? Looking down here, there's no transfer news because obviously he's just gone there. But they're saying now he must really start to pull his finger out, basically, and become this regular within the side. I'd agree with that as well. Now, you see on here, he's left-footed, plays on the right wing but left-footed, 55 million for his transfer, his value, sorry. It says he's high pressing with good long balls, good long shots, no outstanding weaknesses. I'd say, yeah, he needs to get that decision making a little bit better. But you see here, completely right wing, he doesn't come over to the left that much. Does a little bit of defending, but he is an out and out right winger. Played 25 games, started 23 of them, 73 minutes per game. one team of the week and only 4 goals, and I expected a bit more than, expected 6 goals from him, and he only got 4. And we'll see on the assists then, expected 2.4 and he hit 2, so it's below what they expect of him at the moment. What's his dribbling then? His passing's on there, I'm not sure they got the dribbling, have they? Successful dribbles 1.2, that's quite low as well. So yeah, he really needs to pull his finger out. 5 yellows as well within that time, which isn't too bad, I guess. But that's my my England guy, and it is Anthony, who's Brazilian by the way. But Anthony playing for Manchester United in the English Premier League. And so we move to our last league and our last country, and we're looking at Italy. And we're coming across Kelvin Yeboah, who's playing for Genoa and Serie A. Came up promoted last season. I think he went out on loan last season, but he's back now with Genoa. Price is incredible. £2.18, £4 for his floor price. Only £31 then for his rare, or 42 floor price. But 36 and for his last 5 isn't very high, but he has played 100% of them. 34 for his last 15, so he's ideal for cap teams here. Now he does play as a striker and as a sort of winger as well. I've got him down as a winger because that's what he's been playing when he was with Genoa. He was playing out on the left, but they've got him down as a right or a striker. But it's Kelvin Yeboah. He was supposed to be massive at one time. I thought he was really going to play well, but, in his career, and then he just took a dive. You can see his scores in here. I mean, he was up at £300 at one time. And I know the price was inflated here. I paid £88 for him once, and at the moment you can get it for £2. So that's how far he's gone down. Let's have a look at his scores for a second then, because this might show you a different story from when he was playing all the time and when he was doing well. But I think he can replicate that again. You still look at these scores he was getting up here, and 92 up there. This is when he was in Austria. But he's hit 95s, 90s, 92s, and then came away and has gone to Italy, and it wasn't even making the team at some time. Wasn't injured here, I just think he didn't get in the sides. His recent loan was at Augsburg here, as you're seeing. Didn't even play for them that much. Look, sub here, sub, 12 minutes here, 1 minute there. Just wasn't getting anything, but I think if he can get to this sort of stage again with Genoa, I think he'll be okay. I don't think there's any news on him at the moment. And we'll see the news about Yeboah here, then. This is old stuff then. Lost to injury again. He's had a lot of injuries as well. And Augsburg were trying to sign him. They got him on loan, but nothing else after that. Nothing to really write home about. But I've seen something that I really like, and he can be explosive as well. Now, he is 6 foot. They've got him down as a striker. Current team Genoa. Youth career was spent at West Ham and Gazano. Played for London, AC London. I don't know who they are. Then went on to Tyrrell and Sturm Graz. Sturm Graz is where he made his name really. 34 games, 17 goals. Went to Genoa, 28 games, 1 goal. Didn't start a lot of them games. Augsburg on loan, 13 games, 1 goal. Italian under 21s has played 4 times, probably a bit more than that now. It looks like they haven't kept track on it. Or maybe not more because he's been injured for a lot of that. And we'll have a look at his stats and we'll look at Serie A B when he was with Genoa, because I think he started the season there. Nothing there on his heat map, as you can see. Didn't really do anything. Didn't start any games. Played 11. No starts. 20 minutes games. Nothing. So he did get 1 assist. Did he get any goals? And 1 goal. So yeah, a bit underwhelming there. Moved on to the Bundesliga then, and again played a few more games. I would think. Oh, he's only started 3 games there. I mean, this guy needs some help. He needs to start playing games again. I've got him down for my German winger. But on here you'll see no outstanding strengths but weaknesses. You hardly ever see any weaknesses. He's got passing, ground use and ball control. So a lot to do for this guy. But remember, I'm doing this team on players that I think could have a really good season. And I think he is one of them that could really explode on the scene this season with Genoa. If they give him the chance. There's nowhere that's looking to buy him or anything. So looking at the teams when he was playing at Augsburg, then 13 games, 3 starts, 27 minutes each game, 1 goal and 1 assist. So a lot to do for Yeboah then to get into this side. And as you can imagine, he's probably down as my number 5 in this lineup. But that's Kelvin Yeboah from Genoa, representing Italy. And sorry, is he representing Italy? He's representing Italy, yes. So we've got all 5 of them listed now. But where will they play? Who will finish top? And who will finish in 5th? And so here we have it then, my Champion Europe SO11 team. It's an under-23 side, and it's my wingers then to fit into this lineup. And in number 5, we've got Kelvin Yeboah for Genoa and Italy. We've got number 4 then, Giovanni Reyna for Dortmund in Germany. We've got number 3, although wearing a Milan kit, is now representing Spain for Real Madrid, and it's Brahim Diaz. In number 2, representing England, we've got Anthony for Man United. And in number 1, we've gone for Bradley Bakula, currently at Lyon, representing France. So the first 2 getting to the side, Bakula and Anthony, we'll have to put one on the left, one on the right. Not sure who would suit which position there, but we can swap them over if need be. But they are the 2 that get through then, England and France this time. And so we go on to our team so far, and all the positions are almost filled now. Then we've got our defence, we've got all of our midfielders and our wingers. We've just got a forward and a goalkeeper to go. So looking at our team so far, I forgot to put them with their yellow sleeves, so there they are now in yellow sleeves. And still waiting on our goalkeeper. We've got Delict and Botman at the back. We've got Kalulu now. I've changed him to number 3 because that's a right back position normally. Sorry, we've got left back and right back mixed up here. So we'll change the numbers again after anyway in the final video. But number 2 would normally be Kalulu, number 3 would be Bolasie. But we've got Botman and Delict in the middle. We've got Tonali and Gravenbach giving us quite a strong midfield there. We put Tonali as a holding player, with Gravenbach giving that licence to go forward a little bit. Then we've got Phil Foden in front of him, spreading the ball out to the wings and that, getting into the box in behind the striker. But we've got Anthony on one wing and Bakula on the other wing then. So quite strong, quite fast up them wings. Should be able to cover anything and any eventualities in there. And we're still waiting to get our striker and our goalkeeper then to really finish his team off. But I think at the moment the team's looking pretty good. It's quite a strong side, I think. For an under-23 team, I'd say it's really, really strong. But that's our team so far. If you've enjoyed that, make sure you follow the rest of the videos to get the striker and the goalkeeper, to make sure you see who we pick. And of course we'll do a summary at the end of which teams have got in, which countries have got in. If the Premiers had more, if the Serie A's had more, so on and so on. So we'll do a final video of that as well. But that's our team for now. Remember to hit that like button, hit the subscribe so you don't miss anything, and we'll see you on our next episode.